Okay, we're up and running, and it's the Thursday bonkers chat vlogging motovlogger hangout thing. So, hi everyone. Before any further ado, let's quickly go down through the panel and get everyone to say hello. Now, first of all, we've got Who Am I UK 1, Dave.
Hi, everybody.
Hello. Welcome along, buddy. Good to have you along. And then we've also got Savandy.
Hello everybody, the good news is tonight's not about motorbikes, it's about vaping.
Excellent. Well, I brought mine along because I've got some questions. No, I'm joking. Right. Thanks, Andy. Welcome along, buddy. Good to have you here. Skeggy Cruiser.
Hello, peoples.
Hello, Skeggy, and welcome along. Good to have you. And then we've got the infamous Kev.
Hello, people.
Excellent. Okay, Kev. Good to have you along, buddy. We've also got Gav, the lone wolf rider.
Hello.
You peaked a bit soon there, mate. Excellent. And then we've got the, I think it's the little old lady we can go across live as well.
No, we can't because the mic's goosed.
Anyway, we've also got the little old lady here. She's got to sort out the technology in a minute. Maybe I should someone bring her own tablets and stuff. Excellent. What is she doing?
Hello, little old lady. Have you seen Cholton and the Wheelers anywhere?
I think she's looking for him now. Excellent. Anyway.
I think she was looking for a tenor, ladies. I think.
Oh, nice.
Well, it stops her tripping down her leg, doesn't it?
All right. I thought that was something to do with a choir for a minute. I don't know why. See what I did there.
Careful, Andy, she'll knit you a cozy for your colostomy bag.
She probably will.
Or a willy warmer.
Oh, nice. Alrighty then. So where do we start? Where do we start? Screen seems a bit weird, but anyway, never mind. Let's not worry about that right now. Got something in the side chat.
Dave said hello.
Yes.
Yeah, we've all said hello. That's the main thing.
Would you prefer me to say bye-bye, everybody? See you on next Tuesday's hangout.
Bye, Dave.
See you, Dave. See you, Dave. Thanks for coming along. Right. So, anyone got anything they want to talk about tonight? Chat, gossip. Feel free to speak.
I've got a couple of technical questions tonight.
A technical question?
Yeah.
Okay, fire.
Because I went to a ride out on Saturday, the traffic was mega bad leaving. A lot of people having trouble with bikes overheating. My bike isn't water cooled. Is there a way to tell if I boiled my oil while I was sat there?
Without a temperature gauge or anything else?
Yeah. No, I got home, made it fine. The pressure light didn't come on or anything like that. But I just want to know, did I cook it while I was sat there?
The bike becomes very sluggish if you're standing still and idling for a long time. Just do the shear test on the oil to see if it's still there, which is basically dip something in the oil, put it between your fingers, and then just pull your fingers apart slowly.
Right. Okay.
If it breaks very instantly, change your oil.
Okay.
If it's still got a fair amount of distance before it breaks, then you're probably going to be okay. But that's only a guideline.
Okay, sure. I might just give it a change just to be sure, I think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you are sat in traffic for a long time, then just switch the engine off.
Yeah, we were switching on and off, but we were there so long. You know what I mean? It was because we were leaving the ride to the wall and a bike had caught fire. We were waiting for the fire engine to go.
Right. Of course, the other option is to filter.
20,000 bikes don't filter that easy.
No.
Oh, what? All the bikes were just stood still?
Yeah. Yeah, what happened did the Facebook group has got the pictures on there. It was a guy in a VFR. What he thinks is the battery boiled. It caught fire and that was it. It just burnt. It was gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, my best advice on an air cooled is that, you know, if you know you're going to be stuck for a long time, instead of just keep starting up, shuffling forward 2 foot, switching off again, go and park up at the side, have a sit down, break, snooze, whatever. Wait till everything starts moving properly, and then go again. You know.
Yeah.
That's the best way, because you know you've got an air cooled. You know you've got no way of keep. There's a clue in the title.
Yeah.
The best thing to do really is just pull over by the side of the road and wait till the traffic's in a position where you can actually make progress and get going again.
Sure.
Just shuffling forwards like you was be in a car or an air cooled is a totally different, obviously, experience.
Yeah.
Or I'd like, of course, we'll get a friend to come along and just blow over the fins of your cylinder head, and just tell them to keep blowing. If they pass out, call paramedic.
Yeah.
You can always take up vaping, mate, and then you can vape and then blow the vape over your engine.
Yeah.
That will help. That will help. See, you know, best thing to do, vaping.
All right. Anyone else got any other tips for Gav? Oh, the old lady's died. I mean, gone.
Yeah, probably not best choice of words.
Yes, I was just about to say, carefully your choice of words.
Oh, I'm so nice.
Poor little old lady.
Oh, what's brilliant. Hello, Richard's arrived.
Hi,
Oh.
Richard.
Hello, Richard.
Mr. Calm.
You need hands. Right, okay then. I don't know how I went there that, but never mind.
Max Grace for you.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on, people? Yeah. So anyway, anyone else got anything else they want to talk about tonight? Anything interesting?
LEDs, are they worth it?
What, as in a replacement for the normal bulbs?
Yeah. I don't mean for your headlight, obviously, because your headlights need to project your beam, you know, but for sort of indicators and tail lights, brake lights, do you think they're better, worse, or is it just preference?
It's just,
Okay,
I think. But
let's
yeah.
throw it.
Can I give a straight answer here, Skeggy?
Cancer.
I don't give a fuck about them.
Can't get much straighter.
There you
Can I
go.
get much straighter? No, seriously. No, I don't really care, really, you know. As long as the lights, standard lights are good enough. If they weren't, then look for something else. But if they're fine, I don't see the point in going down that road at all, you know.
Well, my other question was, if you was to replace the LEDs, when they go, did they go individually, or do they go like a bank of them?
Depends
No.
how they're wired.
Depends how they're wired, but they're normally wired in such a way that if one bulb goes, just one bulb goes. Which I was going to say is the only advantage about them is that if one of the bulbs do go, you still have a light.
Are they brighter than Skeggy, or are they just...
On average, they tend to be, but the stupid thing is because they go, oh, they're brighter, so then they make them smaller, you know?
It's not exactly that they're brighter, it's more they are a truer white than the incandescent lights that we normally use. So
Yeah.
it'd be fairer to say they're more white than they are brighter.
Right.
Because I've seen these kits where you can actually change your headlight and everything with them, can't you? I think.
Well, everything
right.
but your head.
HID.
Or you put there's a very high powered bulb that you need a kit for to put in your headlights or something.
I've looked at those on my bike, but I decided against it because it has this weird like ballast thing, and
Yeah.
the bad things about the wiring and stuff. It can.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But I didn't bother with that. I just got this is the headlight. It was. I got a xenon gas in the halogen one. It does. That's made a big difference.
Well, I use the if anybody remembers Mad Max Chaz, he's got two really bright LED headlights for his bike Alice. Well, I've got those as my daylight running lights just above my indicators, and those who have been on ride-outs with, like Skeggy and Calm, have seen those, and they are quite bright in the daytime.
Oh, very bright in your rearview mirror.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful. The only thing I would say is that for the headlight one, you have to make sure that you get the right ones, because obviously the headlight's designed in a way to spread the beam in the correct way.
That's right.
Just putting a bright LED in the front will probably cause it to scatter all over the place.
That's the main reason why I chose them as daylight running light rather than replacing the headlight.
Yeah. Yeah, they're normally shaped in a certain way for a particular headlight, so just be careful on that. That's all I would say anyway. Be considerate for other road users.
You can buy upgrade bulbs for your headlights anyway, can't you?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with headlight. It was the indicators and the tail light I was thinking about.
With the indicators, you have to mess around with the relay and stuff as well, because they're like a strobe. If you just change it, they flash so quick.
Yeah, you just put a regulator in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they should come with a regulator if you're doing your indicators.
Yeah.
That's regulated to the same amount of power that the LEDs draw.
There's two ways of doing it. You can either put a particular resistor across the wires of each individual one, or if you're changing all four into an LED, you can actually buy a flashing, the flasher relay that's designed for LEDs, and that slows it down to normal as well.
Okay, shall we just? I'm just going to go to the Q&A, and then we better go and see if little old lady's got her technology issues sorted out.
Can you hear me, big buddy?
That's the Big 10-4.
Breaker.
Big 10-4, rubber duck.
Where's my dad? Is he not here tonight? I was looking
We've got
forward
ourselves a
to it.
convoy.
Yes. What?
We've got a convoy.
Was that a biscuit?
Yeah, you can dip it in your tea.
Mr. B, why is your picture bigger than everybody else? Is it? Oh, I can see it's because you're like a boss. Oh, we are like your minions.
Why what, bigger?
Your big screen. Oh no, Andy's big now. He's the boss. No, Andy.
It goes big depending on who's talking.
I don't understand. It's technical.
You're big now. Anyway, it's great to have the little lady along.
Please
But
don't say that.
it's nice to be here. My management said I've got to do it because I've got to get down with the kids and make it real, innit? I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but there we go.
Right, okay. It's probably illegal, actually.
I see little old lady still can't spell.
What?
She rides like she's solid.
Oh, give me a break.
It sounds like a pacifier.
Oh dear. I do like little old lady's new sticker though. I see she's already got a pearl necklace.
Did you go? Yes, I've got one. It's lovely. It's really lovely now. Anyway, I was out with the lovely Skegness Cruiser on Sunday, and the lovely Gav, and he's lovely too. And we went all the way. Well, I didn't go all the way. I got as far as Thetford, and then I followed Gav home. And I think Wolfie then went all the way down to the Coptic show. It was lovely.
The what? Coptic?
You've not seen that. You haven't seen my video. I've just posted tonight. Have you? Yes, it's very lovely apparently. The only thing is, there's two gentlemen who were said to Wolfie, "Where's the little old lady?" And I'm here, so sod you.
Right.
Don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, what's the question later? What?
Nothing. Right, what I want to do first then, let's quickly go to the Q&A.
Is this a quiz show, by the way? Do I win a prize or something?
Maybe at the end of this, if we make it all the way through, yeah.
Can it be some Battenberg? I like Battenberg.
I bet you do. You probably don't have one for a while. Right.
Anyway, Wolfie's giving me this, and I don't know what to do with it. It's humming.
Okay, maybe you want to put some batteries in it first. But anyway, let's go to the Q&A and say hello to Bex88. She says, hello, smiley face.
Hi, Bex.
Hi, Bex.
Hi, Bex.
Hi, Bex. I think Wolfie's seeing you on Sunday, I believe, and she's going to give you some of my stickers, which are lovely.
Excellent.
Mr. Lord Hepcat personally did them for me, and I'd recommend going there because he's an ever so nice man.
Yeah, and
I
that's a
stopped
great
in his
link.
stables, you know.
That's a great link because he's in Q&A saying, "What ho, Pete? How are you diddling, people, boys and girls?"
Oh, he's gone down with the kids. I like it. Yeah, rock on. I'm sure that's out of date, isn't it? So there we go. I take all the non-prescription drugs, so I suppose I'm quite hip.
Yes.
I need a new hip, but that's fine.
It sounds like you should take a few more of those drugs. And
Well, I'm having my cocoa, and Wolfie's put horse tranquilizers in his account.
excellent.
Not enough later, I think. So,
I'm sure.
Anyway.
Also in the Q&A we got Artifacts Astro, and he says, "Good
He's
evening,
lovely.
ladies
No, I've
and
met him.
gentlemen."
He's very good at drawing things, you know.
Yeah. Have you been on the old lemonade tonight?
Only my coughs there at my lozenges.
Too much Benylin, I think.
A bottle of gin.
He's a foreign gentleman.
Yeah, a foreign gentleman.
No, Benylin. He's a foreign gentleman.
Yes.
I'd like him.
Yeah.
Send him round.
Yeah. He lives in a little town in France.
Don't know where that is. That's foreign.
Okay. Also, D. Martin's there, and he says, "Good evening, all." Hope
Is that the real D. Martin? Can he give us a song, please? Hi, D. Martin. It's quite nice. Is he still is he still alive?
Yes, he is, I believe. You're not round his house.
No, tell him to give us a song. It's nice. Him and Frank were pretty good.
Oh, quiet old woman.
Is that Alison Moyer who's just spoken there? Looks just like him.
Oh, hang on. I think someone's at your door, little lady. Someone's at your door. You just go and check.
Have I got to go? What did he say, Wolfie? I've got to go to bed. I've got to go to bed. Sorry. Bye, everybody. Next time.
Bye, little lady.
A little old lady.
Tranquilizers. Keep
Yeah, Roger, over and out. 10:10.
I've invented a new thing. It's called a V-mail.
Right.
Bye, Mr. Parkinson, and Sam Price. Thank you.
Excellent. Cheers. Bye.
Bye. Bye, boys. And Alison.
Oh, God.
Okay. Did that really just happen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just checking. Jesus Christ, I'm just going to mute her while she sorts herself out. Whatever she might be doing.
She's probably taking her corset off, I reckon.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, let's not have that thought in my head. Right, let's go back to Q&A. Bibbleboy Blue says, "Evening, all smiley face." Hello, buddy.
No, buddy.
Evening.
Oh, Pamrific is in there as well, and he says, "Hello, peeps. An episode of the Golden Girls, eh?"
Certainly was.
Let's not encourage him. Dan J says, "Evening, all smiley face." Hello, buddy.
Hello, buddy.
No.
And also, 08 Rides in there, and he says, "Hello all. Has anyone noticed an upshift in the number of YouTubers who don't produce their own videos, but just nick other people's, either a full video or a combo?" Well, I know some of the, what's the word? Some of the people that have got a lot of subscribers have been using other people's videos and putting them up. Yes, I've seen that. Anyone else notice that?
No.
No.
No, not really.
It's probably because most of us don't tend to subscribe to those people that buy subscribers.
Yeah, there is that as well. Suznet is in there as well. He says, "Evening, boys and girls," smiley face.
Evening.
You, mate.
Evening, buddy. Good to meet you at the old cop dock as well.
Yeah, at the
Can't miss
cop.
him.
Well, you went for walkabouts, that's why.
know.
Yeah, you strolled off like, you know, like you, well, we didn't know where you were.
You lot walked off. I stayed with Chaz.
Yeah.
And then they walked back.
All right.
Okay, sorry about that. Taking a quick swig at there. 08 Ride says, "Tip is Alison Moyer." Laugh my arse off. LOL.
The infamous biker, I think.
He looks. I know who he means, but he looks nothing like Alison Moyer.
No, I don't think he does either.
Give him a shave, change his gender, change his hair.
Change what I
nose
look
job,
like,
face
change
job.
everything about me, and then I might look like it a little bit, yeah?
Can you sing, Tip?
Like a strangled cat.
Right. Okay. Change your voice.
Hi, guys.
Oh, we're so glad you're back. Have you put your mum to bed now?
Yes, I've given her a coat around the
Good.
teeth as well.
Oh, good. Oh, you gave her something to knock her out.
Right.
Give us some more of that
Crack
glass
cocaine.
water.
Yeah. Excellent. Good to have you here, Kath.
Yeah, it's good to be here. Can I make an apology, please, Mr. B?
An apology
And,
video.
Yeah, no, an apology video. No, just an apology.
They're
'Cause,
overrated.
as you probably know, Mr. B visited me on was it Monday, wasn't it, on the way back?
Yeah.
And I introduced him to one of my neighbours, and the first thing I said to the neighbour was, "Oh, this is Mr. B," and she said, "Oh, you come to see your mum."
I
So
can't
I'll
believe.
apologise for that.
That's all right. I can't believe your next door neighbour flipping knew me.
I know, well, you're famous, you see. That's what it is.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
And she was getting on a bit, bless her.
She was.
I must
She was
have
a
the oldest
little
generation. Oh,
And then
dear.
she said, "Oh, I've seen some of Kat's videos, and they're funny in places." I thought, "You cheeky cow." You're right.
Yes. I don't think actually many people that I went round there, but yeah, I went round. Yeah, it's exactly halfway between the cop dock and me getting home. So she offered me to show her guns,
Yeah.
hey, cup of coffee and a sandwich as well, which is bloody awesome.
So Cat
Oh, and I've
showed
got
you
3
her guns.
bikes as well. Yeah, and the bikes
And he did see my hellhole as well.
and the hellhole.
The hellhole, yeah.
That's where you keep the little old lady you sit.
I'll tell you what, you can keep a lot of stuff in there. Tell you.
Oh, God.
Yeah. A real dirty old place, that is.
It's dirty.
Very dirty. Well, I'm just going to the Q&A for a second. Artifact Astra says, I've had someone re-upload one of my videos, strangely enough. Yeah, I think I've had that before. I used to have it, but I kind of reported them, and that hasn't happened since. But yeah, some people, well, a lot of people, I think they're bots. They just like, you know, probably in a country not of the UK that upload like 500 videos in one day. The channel lasts for about 4 weeks before it's taken down, and they try and get some monetization off other people's videos.
Somebody put one of mine up. Dean Martin told me about it. He'd come across it. They'd stole the 061, and I basically reported it and told them what it was, and they sent me a message back, because the message goes to them as well, don't it? And they sent me a message back saying the person has took the video down now, but it's still got God knows how many copied videos. Huh? Not mine, but other people's, right?
Yeah. Yeah, normally when you find any of your videos that have been copied, what you'll find is that all the other videos on that channel have also been copied from other people.
What's
I mean,
the
I
point
don't-
of it then, Andy?
Well, what they do is they monetize them, and they hope that they'll
Oh,
get some views. I don't know if that really makes much money, to be honest, at all, because normally the channels are taken down before they get more than 1,000 views, which, as we all know, doesn't mean anything for monetization whatsoever, really.
Yeah, the Ronnie Pickering one's the latest example of that.
Oh God, don't start running quicker. That's not
I'm
going up to have a
not
cop
going to
dog.
get into it, but I mean, there's probably like 1,000 versions of it, and it's exactly the same video that someone's just recycled trying to get the same amount of views.
Who's Ronnie Pickering?
Yeah, who's Ronnie Pickering?
I'm trying to chase a fly around the bloody room here. Oh. Right, okay, this one's been here for a while, so I'm going to select that, and it's good old Back Road Moto. Hello, buddy. Hey, but you know, if you ever want to come into this hangout, mate, just let us know, mate. You'd be more than welcome. Okay, so anyway, let's see what he says. He says, what's everyone's take on the small LED strips being used for brake lights and signals? A lot of riders are using them on builds. Me, no, 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 no. Yeah, we kind of touched on that. It really depends how they're being used. If they're being used sensibly, then it kind of works. But I think myself personally, I'm kind of old school. Just normal bulbs works for me just fine. I suppose if you're doing a show bike, you know, or something like that, or a stunt bike build, then it's kind of okay. But for everyday use, just riding to and from work, it's not something I would do. Don't know what anyone else's thoughts are on that. And hello to, is it Dean Martin who's just joined us?
How are you all?
Good
Hello.
evening.
Yeah, good, thanks. How you doing, buddy? See that? He is alive.
Yeah, for the LEDs, I would agree with you there. It's for show bikes, the bike that you get a wheel to a show, polish it up, and show it off. There's no reason why you can't fill it full of LEDs if it looks tasteful and looks nice. You can do whatever you like with it. But for everyday riding, I don't really see that unless you're constantly using more battery than you're um, charging it up by using it. I can't see a reason to change all your lights to LEDs because your bulbs are going to last for as long as you ever own the bike anyway, 9 times out of 10.
Will if a bike's got one of these LED clusters, will it pass its MOT on with one of them?
If it's done properly, then no, it won't cause any problems at all because there's certain spread patterns and stuff like that as far as the MOT is concerned that it's got to deal with, especially for the headlights. It can't shine above a certain line on low beam, can't shine below a certain line on high beam, that kind of thing. But for signalling and stuff like that, as far as I'm aware, as long as the signals work, that's all it needs to be.
Yeah, there's no rule on size.
Well, regarding the headlight, I fitted the H4, one of the small H4 LED bulbs, where it's got all the strips of LEDs down the side. And in the daytime, it was brilliant. You could actually see it a lot clearer. But at night time, as far as visibility goes, it was no better than the standard bulb that was in there. It didn't shine any further, but actually in the sunlight, it looked like as bright as it was sort of like at night time.
I mentioned earlier that it's, with LEDs, it's more of a white than a bright. It's a purer white than it is an incandescent bulb.
It was crap anyway. It died after a few days. I've just gone and bought one of the Philips high vis, whatever they're called. The high vision things.
Yeah,
To replace it.
Does that mean wears a yellow fluorescent jacket?
I don't know.
It comes in a little high-vis jacket.
Some bright thing. I don't know. It's the LED one died, so I was like, oh shit, what do I do now? The dip beam went, and then the I beam went. So we're going to pick one of them up. I'm going to go and fit it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're on about a normal HID bulb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with the, like I was saying before, in terms of the MOT and your lights, everything other than the headlight you can get away with LEDs, but with the headlight, unless you can find the right glass to go with the LED, you're going to find that the pattern will spread, and when you go for an MOT, it will leak outside of the areas where there should be light, especially on low beam. Because your low beam tends to shine to the left and down, but with LED bulbs, they tend to scatter the light when you need a proper different headlight unit to actually make it work properly. Unless, of course, the bike's been designed with an LED front headlight, then that's different, of course, and it should work. That's all I was saying on that. So, yeah, great question, Batroad, and like I say, if you ever want to join, mate, let us know. You're more than welcome. He's a great guy. He lives over in the US. He's a really interesting guy. Got a lot of good content. Hepcat Harley's in there, and he said, never thought I'd be glad to see Dr. Harold Shipman, but at least he scared off the little old lady.
Which one of you is Harold Shipman, then? That's the thing.
I'm sure to think.
I can't think who that might be.
No.
Wasn't that chap that Richard put up, was it?
Yeah.
As long as he didn't have a walking stick, then I'm safe.
No, that was a picture of my local GP.
It wasn't good to have him come round your house if you're an old age pensioner, I tell you.
Yeah. I brought you meds. Yeah, you're right, mate. You jog along.
Yeah.
Okay, right, now we've got some more people in here. Now, does anyone else want to talk about anything else before I go back to the Q&A? Anything interesting, gossip? Anything funny, interesting?
I was just going to put a vlog up tonight, but somebody told me on the wrong day. The ride for the Dove that we want to do for charity next year, 23rd of April, which is a Saturday. If you could put that in your diaries, I will put up a vlog, explain a little bit more about it. Just as many folk as we can get, and see how we go. So if you can just pencil out, guys. I'm going to put my home up for for people who are travelling and can't go back. And also, I can clear out the big shed, which is carpeted, and I could use that as a bunkhouse if there's enough folk who want to stop over. So
basically, what it is, it's a party at your house for everyone on a motorbike. Fantastic.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Excellent. Set the barbecue up.
Yeah.
The beer
in the snow.
Just want to be the first one to say hi, Mad Max Jazz.
What?
Look in the Q&A.
Oh God, I thought he was here in the Hangout for a minute. Well, let's bring that straight up. Anyway, it's only the legend, Mr. Mad Max Chaz, and he says, "Boobs, boobs." We miss him in the Hangout. We need to get him back in here. What's going on? Get back in here, Chaz. Otherwise, there's going to be trouble. Anyway, hopefully I'll be back in one of our Hangouts very soon. I'm sure he'll tell us in the side chat, hopefully. Yeah, so anyway, Kat, yes, definitely, and put your video out as well. Whereabouts is this dove ride, anyway?
It'll be round the borders of Leicestershire, Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire. Basically, yeah, Melton, Cotgrave is one shot. But the road we went on, the Phil 480's chip shot run, I want to you go down that one because it's an awesome road. And if we end up, I don't think this is going to be finalised yet, but if we end up back at base, they've got a cafe and coffee and cake. But if we get enough people, I'll get a catering unit in and burgers and that sort of thing. So.
Live band, beer.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Excellent.
Live band, beer, and Battenberg.
I can just imagine them lined up, everybody in leathers and their helmets on.
Kat, can we have that Michael Jackson fella from Cobdock? Because he looks really good.
He could really play the guitar, couldn't he?
He could.
Yeah, it was really good on the air guitar, I thought.
Yeah.
I want to know why his wig never fell off.
Tit tape.
Probably.
Excellent. Okay. Right, anyway, Bex is in there as well, and she says...
Pass one of those over, Dean, while you're there, please. Thank you.
I thought you'd be on the Worthington, or was it Worthington's original? Oh no, that'd be a little old lady, she's gone to bed.
She's gone to bed, that's it.
Excellent.
She may never come out again.
Yeah, let's hope her hip operation goes really well.
Oh God, yeah. Hope she doesn't die.
Yeah. Right, Bex88 says, with the twin lights on mine, I have to tape stuck over the... Oh, don't do this to me, Bex. I have to have tape stuck over part of them to get it through the MOT. Okay, a bit like you do if you go abroad and you put the tape on the front. Yeah, okay, I understand. Excellent. Okay, I've just seen where to go next on the Q&A. Oh wait, Riley says, small signal front or back lights are a nightmare for road bikes. As bad as a cyclist not using any lights, not worth having them, and bloody dangerous against yourself. Okay. So there's 08's ride opinion on that. Back road mode. Go on.
I hate it when you see cyclists coming down the road and they have the light on the handlebars and it's not adjusted properly, so it's like a bloody full beam right the way down the road. Because they're bright now, aren't they? A lot of them are LED or halogen, and they're so bright.
Mine's got 53 super bright LEDs.
Oh, you're one of them, are you? Okay. It's like someone is like cycling a lighthouse, isn't it? It's like beep, 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 beep. It's like mind out for the rocks.
I'm right. They can see me coming.
I just want to say congratulations to Calm Biker for keeping quiet for 35 minutes in the Hangout, and that was the first words he said.
Oh, is he being sponsored or something?
No idea.
Have you got a sponsorship going?
There's no form or anything, but people have told me if I just shut up for a bit, they'll give me money.
Yeah, I'm just going to wrap up a $5 now.
What? The wrap up of the 5 is that to keeping quiet for the rest of the show?
Because you're more than that.
Well, he's already broken the silence now, I guess. So I'll put the file back in my pocket now. Right. Excellent. So anyway, Backroad Motor says, well, here in the States, which should be the same on the other side, there are Xenon, big boys, and little BB-sized bastards that disappear to the eye after 100 yards. These are the going thing around the Dragon, the most daring biking road in the US. I tell you what, talking about the Dragon, I have to say, the Dragon, the road, how wide is that road? Is it like 25 foot wide?
Wide enough.
Yeah. You want to try the snake in Wales that we rode on with Tib on the ride out. I mean, that was like 4 foot wide.
But Americans think anything with 2 lanes is small, don't they?
Right. Okay.
They're used to having 4 lanes everywhere at a minimum.
Yeah, I suppose it's nice to have a twisty road. I guess that's why it's so popular for bikers, is to go up and down there, because it's, well, twisty-ish.
Yeah.
They have a lot of off-camber corners, which usually catches them out.
Yeah.
They have a lot of offs if you watch the videos.
Yeah, you do, yeah. I would love, if I had the opportunity, I would love to go and ride up and down now. They'd probably go, "You crazy, man, what are you doing?"
You can't do that on a Hayabusa. It's not been extended or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, you've not got an extended swing arm when you're going around corners like a boss. What's going on? I love trying twisty roads. Right?
Hi, Jazz.
What's to do it?
Oh my word! It's only Chaz. I'm almost speechless.
You're not supposed to notice he's there yet.
All right, okay.
Sneak to the link.
Let me know when he's ready. Damn you! Is he not in the Hangout bunch? I thought he was in the Hangout bunch. I'll have to
Hello,
fix that.
you got rid of me.
I did not get rid of
It
you.
was that long argument we had after, the Bulldog Bash camping,
Oh yeah, where you avoided me all the time.
Yeah.
And then deliberately filmed the sky whilst I was doing a drag race.
Friends were lost that day.
He likes ornithology.
I do. There was birds.
Yeah.
Bathroom's looking nice, Chaz.
Huh?
Bathroom's looking nice.
I know.
Coming on nice.
Is that a new shower curtain? Is that a new shower curtain?
Yeah, it's got bigger.
Oh, awesome.
And the shower curtain.
Is it turned into a wet room then, is it now?
Yeah. Well, it's usually wet, It's not wet unless it's fun.
Ah, fantastic. I'm really pleased to see you on the Hangout, mate. That's awesome.
We all are, mate. Welcome back.
That's her.
With his new improved under control beard.
Awesome. Is it your fault, Tiff, that he's here tonight? Tiff, is it your fault you're here?
It's not my fault.
Oh, right.
Fucking
It's right. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's a very good
fault.
Oh wow, I'm actually speechless that he's here. That's absolutely fantastic. It really made up.
That's a
Excellent.
fucking first. I bet they're happy.
Right. So, did you want to say anything, Chaz? What now you joined, or do you want to sit back for a bit?
Boobs. And I'll let you lot go.
Boobs. Yeah, it's always good to have boobs. If you're a woman, I guess. I just don't know where I was going with that at all. Excellent. Oh, that's great. Absolutely awesome to have you on, buddy. I do now need to just. Oh, and when we get feedback from? Oh, I think it's Dan. Dean, sorry. Sorry, Dean. It's going to be. Stop doing that.
Yeah. I think you had sounded like 2 windows open.
Yeah, I could hear myself there, Dean. I'm sure you can sort that out in a minute. Yeah, it looks like it's good to go. You have to unmute yourself though, buddy. I can't do it. So yeah, yeah, that's better now. Awesome. Cheers, buddy. I've just got to go to Dan J though in the Q&A because I think this is a useful question for us tonight.
No!
He says, "What vape juice do you use?"
Don't do it.
Does anyone like motorbikes? Has your vlogging style changed since you started?
Let's just do it all. Right. Okay, brilliant question, Dan. See where you're coming from there. Right, okay. Also in the Q&A is Panrific, and he says, thinking of going to the Isle of Man TT next year. Awesome. Hope you get a ferry ticket early. I'm wondering if any of you vloggers will be up for a few days over there, obviously, for Mad Sunday and the Senior TT, and maybe Ramsey Sprints. Take your busser there, Mr. B. Awesome, definitely, mate. Yeah, send me the tickets. And the hotel accommodation details of it, like a hire busser, basically, as fast as I possibly can.
I'll bring either bike. I don't mind, but obviously, as well as hotel tickets, I'll need the ferry crossing too.
Yeah, you need the ferry crossing. Obviously, that's what I was on about. And also, we'll talk about my rider as well, but we'll get into that later on once you've got that all sorted. Awesome, buddy.
From what I'm told, he's probably only going to be able to get standby camping sites at the moment, because these sites tend to book out 2 years in advance.
Camping.
Yes, that's where you ping a tent peg into the ground and camp.
I assumed camping was some problem with your camp.
No, that's a pinking.
Ah.
I thought they was both little villages.
Is camping, is that for when you're staying overnight, you mean? That type of camping? Like bed and breakfast instead of hotel?
It's basically where you put you shiver all night long under a canvas covering and wait.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah, I think camping's for refugees. I've said this before.
It's a bit uncivilised, isn't it? It's like if you're a poor person.
It sounds a bit like staying at Kev's house. You don't even get a covering, do you?
I think it's like if you're trying to get to Germany or somewhere like that, you sort of camp out quite a bit.
Hey, what you will know?
Sorry, that wasn't politically correct, was it? Really, but you know.
If I ever went to the Isle of Man, the TT, going back to a serious note, if I ever went to the TT, I don't think I'd ever do Mad Sunday. You know, as much as I'd want to, it's too risky. Too many dickheads who think the Valentino Rossi going around who haven't got a clue. You know, that would worry me too much.
From what I heard, a guy at work, it's the Germans that are the worst for that.
See, I know I'd take it. I probably wouldn't take it easy, but I'd ride with them at skill level. But you know, a lot of people don't do the. And what's to say that they won't go veering off into you and wipe you out with them? You know, I wouldn't risk it personally.
I was on the XVS.
It's what?
Just get ZZR 1400.
Sunday, what's going on the XVS?
Everybody diving around, we're just pootling around on cruisers.
I'll be on a Grom for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you're what are you going to do? You're going to slam a Grom?
Yeah, into a wall.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a picture going around at the moment of me and Chaz two up on a Grom.
Nah, that's photoshopped.
It must be because you both look about the same size.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm obviously 2 inches taller.
Yeah, because that's a strange thing, isn't it, Richard? To come both to be the same size.
It's really weird seeing him on a Grom, to be fair, because it's like somebody's made a really big Grom.
Well, I need someone on the back so that they can put their feet down for me because I can't reach, obviously. That's the main thing.
I thought it put some weight over the rear wheel so you could get some grip.
That's it, yeah. There's plenty that way, eh?
Oh!
Tiff's going to have a pink one and Street Fighter, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, pink Grom.
Pink Grom Street Fighters.
See, I'll go the reverse route and put actual fairings on it, but that's because I'm weird.
I wonder if you could somehow put something like 19-inch wheels on it just for the comedy value.
What? It's like a fucking penny farthing.
I know, but maybe look funny though, wouldn't it?
Fucking funny. It looks funny anyway.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So, from the Isle of Man TT to pink Groms. Excellent. That's how it goes. Oh, Pam Riffitt's come back. He says, hey, calm down. Calm. You even moan about not getting a blanket at Tibbs.
Well, there's a Yorkshire man.
Cheers, Pam. Thanks, mate.
Well, at least you had lots of curtains. I mean, they're probably quite hard to draw together. You know what I mean? But at least there was curtains.
I think he's got blinds in that room, hasn't he? We don't have to worry about it in that room.
You don't. You want to be careful with blinds.
Ouch.
That's going to sting, isn't it? Okay. Inside joke there. Paramific says in response, although he's still here, he says you got mirrors, but so you can see him coming out of the way. But yeah, I mean, I would add to that and what Kev said. Like the charity rides, sometimes I like to do them, but it does sometimes really annoy me when you get idiots that just dick about. And you have to keep your eye on them more than flipping cages sometimes because they're just being absolute inconsiderate knobs, basically.
Yeah.
And it does annoy me a lot.
Because you want to give to the charity, but you don't want to ride with dickheads.
No, exactly. And there's nothing worse than having a complete dickhead spoil a ride out by trying to show off when everyone else is just trying to enjoy the ride out, you know?
It's like going on the track day and someone constantly trying to overtake you and cut you up. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, it says no overtaking.
Yeah, no overtaking. Wrong, you bastard.
Who do you think you are, Mr. B in a car?
That's the only thing that annoys me about that. Has anyone else experienced that with idiots on flipping ride outs to just spoil it for everyone else?
I've been very, very lucky. The most I've seen is one guy do a wheelie. That was it. But there's only 40 of us then. It's the larger you get, the more people want to make an impression and impress what they think they're impressing, and the larger groups tend to stick away from, which is unfortunate.
I've had to abandon a local group with their ride outs because they're getting a bit showy offy, and it's just like, just ride, don't need to show off wheeling down the road, doing a burnout by the side of police cars and be like, yeah, I'm so cool, I'm going to get away from him and hide.
Me and Jenny went down to the, you know where it is, Andy, the Southport Carousel last weekend.
Yeah.
For a little run out, and there was a few people doing that there, wheeling off and stuff like that. And I just think, you're here with a bunch of other bikers, you're just making yourself look like a dick. I don't see the point in it. I really don't see the point in it.
No, because
passers-by and young people get influenced by this and think that's what they should do, and other people, it gives us normal riders a bad name.
See, that's the thing though. The general consensus amongst the bikers and just passers-by and that, I heard a few people mutter "what a dick" and stuff like that. So even passers-by weren't impressed by it. And the lad who muttered "what a dick," he was about 17. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even the people that come by for the charity events. Like the Ring of Red, I found was the worst one. It weren't even the people that wanted to take part. It was the people that just heard about it or saw the massive group of bikers and was like, oh, I'm going to go there. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm going to ride with them and show off.
But it's not showing off, is it? I mean, there's a lot of bikers out there that can do wheelies and burnouts and all that sort of stuff. So you're not impressing anyone, really. The thing is, what you're doing is you're showing that you do it in the wrong place at the wrong time, which does make you a complete dick.
Yeah. Like for me, I'll do it in a car park or somewhere where we're all stopped in the middle of nowhere, where there's no harm to anyone, where I could fly off like a Kawasaki and...
Is this talking about sex? Oh, sorry. In a car park.
So the only things that make you talk are camping and sex.
Well, you were talking about LEDs, and I just missed
LED lights, yeah.
I thought that was like they're trying to poke the fucking bear here, you bastard. Like the show bikes is that fuck off.
No, there's nothing wrong with share bikes.
Especially the green ones.
Yeah, but you ride your bike everywhere. It doesn't matter what weather conditions they're in, which is why I like your bike so much. And I will see it one day.
You might see it a break, smashes into something.
We saw all the trailer queens leaving after the Cobb Dock show.
Oh, did you see them running off in a huff because they didn't win anything?
Yeah, we were sort of getting ready, and they'll come by on back of the trailer. It's like, oh look, there they go with the red down.
There you go.
Microfiber cloths in hand.
And what they do is they wheel the bike backwards and forwards the same amount, so it never really puts actually any miles on it.
Oh yeah, they've got one of them ABBA stands. They put their front wheel on and wheel it, but of course their one don't fall over.
Well, to be honest, that wasn't a wabber stand, was it? That was a wheel spin, which is a totally different thing. But yeah, let's not talk about that.
I spent nearly a whole weekend with you, I know this. And I got video of you doing something quite funny and falling off something.
When? I didn't actually fall off proper.
Yes, you bloody did. That was quite hilarious. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's 2 wheels, Chaz.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Think about it, Andy.
I know. I've got some good ideas for videos of that, but we'll talk about that off air because don't want everyone else copying us, do we?
You don't want to bore.
I'm say I've got good video evidence.
You've got video.
Oh yeah, you was there.
Got 2 different. We could do that 360 spin mid-air.
Yeah. A backflip. Okay. Right, the QA's gone a bit bonkers, so I just want to quickly attack that for a second. Okay, so where should we go? Right, let's go to this one first. I can't really answer this one, but I'm sure someone in the panel can. It's from Sticky Frottle, and he says, question for all, what 125 would you recommend?
Non-default license.
It really does depend on what you want to ride, what you want to ride it for. If you want to go fast everywhere, then you want a sporty type. If you want to cruise everywhere, then you want a cruiser type. You know, there's no one simple answer to what we would recommend. The simplest answer is ride a few different type of bikes, and whichever you feel comfortable on, that's the one to have.
Our next door neighbour's got one that's actually quite fast. I was surprised at how fast it was. The styling's not so good, and it's a bit rusty.
You're talking about my bike again?
No, the 125. It's a Suzuki Bandit 125O. I think the O is on.
1254.
The 4-cylinder 125.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm.
I mean, it's not that fast, but it's all right.
The MT 125s are cracking at 125. Actually, there's a lad that I've been on a couple of rides with, Iwan or Ewan, however you pronounce it. I'm not sure how he pronounces it, but he's got an MT 125, and it's a great little bike. He keeps up with all, obviously not like top end, but he keeps up with all those and the twisties and stuff. So got my recommendation. Never ridden one, but looks like a good bike.
Also depends on your price range, like
yeah,
what your income is. Like I mean, like Kev was saying, that MT 125. You've either got to get it under finance, or you've got to be under a really good job, like not working at McDonald's. No offense to anyone that is, but it's not really the job to order a brand new bike from and just keep that thing fueled, because you'll be out in it constantly.
Yeah.
You might have to settle for an import, and we all hate imports because they rust to shit.
See, that's the problem, though, isn't it? If you're gonna get a bike out of 125 over finance, you know, the likelihood is if you're gonna stick with motorbikes, the vast majority of people, say you get it over 3 years. The vast majority of people are going to be off a 125 after 3 years, aren't they? Well, I know I would 125. I was on a 125 and really want to get into it. So it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a hard one with the 125s.
I think it depends on the purpose as well, doesn't it? I mean, it depends on the purpose, whether they're having that just for the time frame because they're not of a certain age and they're waiting to do the full direct access, or whether they just want a little nip about and they're not fussed about direct access.
Yeah,
I mean, I think the best bet would be look at the local centre where they plan on doing it. If they're doing it on KTMs, go and get yourself a little KTM 125. Or they're doing it somewhere else where they're using Yamahas, get a YBR or something like that, so you're kind of pre-familiar with it before you even go for your direct access.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it screwed me up with everything that went off, and then me being on this scooter for nearly 2 years, going back on there, even though I've been riding for, 13 years, it felt like I've never even been on a bike before. And it's just... I was so used to that scooter. So I think it depends with the final goal. If they want to go for the direct access, look at the sort of bike that they're going to be passing on, because as soon as they pass, that 125 is gone anyway. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be keeping that as soon as they pass.
No.
Yeah.
And also, the big mistake people make is when they pass their big bike test, they buy the bike that they did their lesson and their test on.
Oh, sorry,
I wouldn't do that.
It's like, oh, I want this. It feels familiar, and then you realise it's actually a bag of shit, and it's thought like that because it's cheap and reliable. But
I'm going the hardest route with it. I'm doing it on the XVS, and I will bloody do it. Now the clutch is all bedded in. It's going to be fine next time because I failed the mod one. So.
You always get better at the second one.
Yeah.
Not even that. They had a brand new clutch in the day before. Weren't bedded in nothing. It just felt like a different bike. And then I was panicking because he said to me, he goes, "Oh, you got to bed it in a bit more." So in the back of my head, it's like, "Oh, I'm going to fuck this clutch up. I'm going to do this." Got the guy watching me. I had every instructor at the Burton Test Centre, every student standing there watching it because they said they'd never seen anyone do a cruiser on it before. I'd like to do it on a cruiser. So I'm cacking myself all the way around and then just fucked up on the U-turn.
What was it, a foot down?
Yeah, well, I started to go around and I let the clutch out just too much. I let it out how it was previously. It felt completely different. And it just went too quick, and I pulled it too far, and then panicked, and I was doing everything, and I was like, you know what, bollocks to it, put my foot down. I think I could have made it round, but it was just when I panicked to put my foot down. And after that, I was like, oh, bollocks. I left it to it.
What 125 did you have, Kev, before you what was that?
God, going back a few years now when I was on a 125. It was an import, a Suzuki import, an EN 125 it was called. Little grey import thing. It cost me $2,000. Loved it.
Going back a few years. Going back a few years.
Going back. You're going back.
You're going back.
You're going back nearly 15 years. You're going back 13 years. Yeah.
Try doubling that and you get to some of us left.
Yeah, but you're an old fart, aren't you, Dave? So.
Talk about Dave. What about Sticky?
There you go. I'll show you a picture of it. I'll do share screen on this. That one.
Didn't you pulled up in the car park, didn't you, outside of one?
Select it.
Yeah, that was it. That was my little EN one. I loved it. It was great. It was so good in town.
You got your shock socks or your sock shocks.
No, that's not my actual bike. I just googled it, but it was exactly the same as that. I know. It was exactly the same as that, though. It was the same colour, the same bike, exactly the same.
Did it have that yellow sticker?
No, it didn't have that gay yellow sticker. What to say? Moto Flash. No, mine wasn't a Moto Flash. That must be like a special edition or something.
Oh yeah.
Turbo.
I never had a 125 anyway. I went for 100 because believe me, they were so much cheaper. The hundreds were compared to the 125s because everybody was going for the 125s because that was the legal maximum you could have. And I was looking at the prices and I was going for 25cc less. I can save myself $1,000 here, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I was a tight bastard as well.
Was?
Something stick.
Yeah.
Well, my 125 was an RD 125 twin, but I don't think you can get them anymore. And if you can find one, it'll be bloody expensive. But one thing I would add though on the 125s, I think the sports 125s like the Yamaha, is it R125? I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the Aprilia as well, the RS125.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, the thing is, right, it's a sports bike look, but with no sports at all. So I would say that you'd be, me personally, I think you'd be wasting your money there. And I have to say as well, Kevin mentioned it earlier, the MT125 kept up with us when we went to Wales, which I was quite surprised with actually. That had I think he had did he say he got it to about 80, Kev?
Yeah, he said he'd had about 80 out of it, yeah.
Yeah, and that's stock. So for me, that would be one of the best ones because the thing is, if you've got big wide handlebars, when you're going through your test and everything else, you've got more control. So it makes your Mod 1 a lot easier as well because you've got that bigger control because you've got the wider handlebars. So I definitely recommend that. And Chaz says we're not sponsored by Yamaha. No, we're not, mate. But any bike with wide handlebars, sit up and bed 125 that produces a decent enough speed to get you out of trouble from the cages, i.e. it goes 70 or more, would be one I would recommend, whatever bike that is.
All the sporty bikes is the sharp fairing. It's basically got the stock engine, and they can do engine kits for them. They can pretend, it's got sporty exhaust. No, it's just the empty exhaust to make it sound really good, makes it accelerate poor. But it's what you want, really. You can take the fairing up, you can have the fairing on.
I can't believe we got through that so far about someone saying a Honda Grom.
Yeah, well, I'll show you.
There's a question about Groms further down.
Oh, is
what
there?
do you think
That's
about
why I left it. That's why I left it.
Let's find it. Is it something like Grom Nation? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It was Artifacts Astra. Thoughts on World Gromination?
It's just a modern day monkey bike, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a monkey bike.
It is. It's nothing. I I don't even see why people find them charming. To be honest, they just look shit to me. I just don't see the attraction. They just look like little cheap shit bikes.
Where's the thumbs up button?
It's like when it first came out and all the stars started having it, and it became a celebrity symbol to have one. That's all it is. It's fashion. It's got nothing to do with whether the bike ride's good or bad. It's everybody thinks they've got to have one.
Well, to be honest,
How much are they?
They look like dickheads. They're all dickheads that seem to ride them, just taking the piss, wheeling and skidding around. And
Oh, Maz Geordie Vlogger's going to hate you.
That's a Grom!
no, seriously, pretty much everyone around here, everyone that's on a Grom, they just all seem to be dickheads. It's like they've got their haircut, and then they have a Grom, and it's like they're just total, complete, and utter bellends that have them. Not in general, just around here.
That's because it's got the C90 engine, and it's basically the same thing.
It's a tiger.
This is a Grom! Look at it! Just look at it!
I mean, that looks a lot better than the standard Grom, I must say.
But it's got clip-on, so I don't know how the riding's going to be.
No, I don't. I hope they've changed the suspension, because in my experience of sitting on that Grom, it's pretty spongy.
Well, I noticed when I sat on it, it only had 2 inches left, yet it had about 7 inches of dive just sitting on it.
I know.
It's a bit too much sag.
A lot of sag, mate.
Yeah.
A lot of sag. And then when Chaz got on the back, I think it bottomed out.
It bottomed out when anyone bloody got on the thing.
I know.
You broke
So
hard on the thing. You even broke from 30 mile an hour. It's like, bang, you've hit the bottom.
Imagine hitting a pothole in that when you're flipping fully loaded. Jesus.
Hitting it, you fall in the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I'm in here. RAC.
Yeah, the Grom doesn't do it for me, I'm afraid. I've not actually ridden one properly, but...
But you look so perfectly in proportion on it.
No matter how I looked on it.
How you looked, yeah.
You'd know if you used to ride a bike that's the right size, wouldn't you? You might like it.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
You don't know until you tried it, Andy.
I do know it's got a 125 engine, so it's not going to be producing more than 100 bhp any day soon. So.
Yeah, but I reckon you can get an engine kit for it, like a pit bike, and shove it in there and be like a real tosser.
If we could supercharge the Grom up to about 100 bhp, then I'd probably ride it.
I could do that for about 20 seconds, and then the engine will blow up.
How hard is it to find the price of a bike on the Honda website?
Oh, it's about $4,000.
Depends where
Oh,
you
got
live.
to that much?
Yeah, I thought.
Two and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, someone said to me when they first came out, I was like, "Oh, you get them from Lings? They're on like monthly payments, and they're only like £20 a month." I was like, "Really?" And I checked. It's like, "Nope, they're £90 a month, you bastard."
No, 125s are expensive now. I mean, my scooter is CAC, and I think new from Honda they're about $4,000. Something like that.
That's a Honda though, so.
Yeah, but it doesn't really mean much difference when it's a scooter, does it?
Oh well.
I mean, look at the RS 125. I think that's about $5,500 or something like that. About $5,000.
Is that the new one?
Yeah, it's stupid money. They're quick though. It's stupid money.
2,800 quid, Kev.
2,800.
The Grom is, yeah.
Even now, they know that people that want entry-level stuff to be the maximum they can get, so that's why they put the price up on them.
Well, MT125 is well over $4,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You buy a full bike for that.
Buy a real one.
Yeah, I suppose it's about your sell-on value as well, and I think the other thing that's changed, is the fact that if you're 16, then you're tied into a 125 till, I'm not sure what the age is. I wish Mrs. B was here. She knows all the details.
I think it's 18. Is it 16 to 18?
19.
So
and then you're, aren't you?
Yeah, so you're screwed really, and you're stuck with a 125 for 4 years. So
yeah, so why not get one of them and be a hipster wannabe? You know.
Isn't that 17 to 18? Isn't 16 you're only allowed a 50?
Yeah, 16 to 50, 17 to 19, 125. 19 is like a 300 or something, and then 24 is.
19
no, I think 19. I don't think it's. I think it's up to a 400. I think at 19, or it doesn't really matter on the CT. It's more on power.
Yeah, it's horsepower. I know somebody with an A2 license who's got 500.
I believe it's a good idea to have the graduated step up. What I don't believe is you should have a test for every single time. Once you passed your test, then I think that the only reason for the restriction is so you can get used to the power of each level.
I personally think there should be a test. I think there should be a test at every level, but not the 3 tests, not the theory, the mod 1 and the mod 2, just something like a mod 1, because you know all the roadcraft and all that, so you don't need the mod 2, but the mod 1 just to show that you can control the bigger bike. I think's worth it, but having the whole process again, I think's ridiculous.
I'd go with the what they do in flying. If you're going from one aircraft to another, you don't have to have a test. You have to be checked out by an instructor. It would seem reasonable to just say, like a CBT essentially, just prove you can handle the thing.
Yeah.
If you've already got a test.
Yeah.
But they've still got a power restriction, haven't they, due to age?
47 horsepower it is on A2. My old bike, the XJ6, you could ride that on A2 if you had a restrictor kit on it.
Yeah. Quite a lot of bikes have got restrictor kits now, haven't they? You can get there is a lot. And there's a
It's
website,
Europe-wide, isn't it? It's Europe-wide, so the manufacturers are making it to fit the license. That's why every 125 is 11 horsepower or whatever, 11 kilowatts.
So is that the same test then all over Europe? So everywhere over Europe, all the guys have to go through, the youngsters have to go through this?
There's all sorts of similar limitations. I don't know about the tests, but there's all sorts of similar limitations on power and all that kind of stuff.
I did my test in Greece before, and it's kind of like a massive CBT, and you do it over 2 days. So how you do your CBT here, you do a full day, which is kind of similar to CBT. Then a second day is all out riding, and you don't really have to prove anything. If you kind of arrive back safe, you get your license. They really just don't give a shit.
There's a website called a2bikes.co.uk that shows all the different bikes that have restrictor kits, and obviously the bikes from manufacturer that have got the right power level, and there's all sorts. There's even like a GSXR 600 SRAD, they've got restrictor kits, MT-07, the Ducati Monster 796, there's loads. There's all sorts.
There are loads. There are actually a couple on there that somehow they've wangled through because they've actually got a little bit too much power to weight, but somehow the manufacturers have got them through there anyway.
See, I think that would be a better idea if you were doing the staged approach, because then you could just remove the restrictor kit, haven't you? You haven't got to go looking for another bike or anything like that again.
Well, they're about trying to bring it in for cars, something similar, aren't they? Where you can't ride after a certain time of night until a certain age, or unless you win someone with a car who's had a license for 3 years. So how they've done it with bikes, they're trying to bring something similar in for cars, for young riders, for 17-year-olds that are passing.
I wish they would, because at the moment a 17-year-old can jump in a Ferrari and go and kill themselves or other people with not any issues whatsoever.
Yeah, I think I'm sure it's something like 17 to 19, or I'm sure it's like 2 or 3 years they're supposed to be with another driver until after a certain time of night. So they couldn't go out driving at night time unless they were with someone who's had a license for 3 years.
Yeah, I mean that's another subject that we could get into, but I think young drivers at the moment, I don't think they should be able to carry passengers because they're all showing off to their friends in the cars and killing themselves.
That's another part of it as well. It'll be a big shock to a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to get into a car right now with a 17-year-old. I don't know how the driving instructors do it, mind you. Looking around these days, some of the driving instructors are 17. You think, we're fucked.
Maybe they should restrict them all to 1980s Fiat Uno for the first 3 years. Then more people buy bikes.
Sponsored by Fiat.
Well, more people would buy bikes then, wouldn't they?
I think they would have more respect for the road if everybody was told that you have to ride a bike for 2 years before you can drive a car.
I think CBT should be compulsory. It should be, everyone should have to, regardless of vehicle. Whether you go on the road on a bike or not, just actually spend the day out on a scooter or on a 125 and see what it's like from our position.
Yeah. I don't know. Forcing someone to take go and ride on a motorbike is a bit extreme, but I just wish they would put more into the driving test and also, scale it like they have done with the motorbikes, because I think it's ridiculous that someone with no experience whatsoever of the road can jump in a high-powered car and drive off down the road with no issues whatsoever, according to the law. However, probably kill themselves or other people very quickly, and that's what I have a problem with.
I've no problem with them killing themselves.
Yeah, I know, but then there's the grief that they leave behind for the rest of their family as well. So I don't know. It's just crap, really. Let's not go there anyway.
Yeah.
Are we talking about death again?
Yep.
I thought that was banned. That's why I didn't say anything for the first half hour.
Why can't we talk about death?
We can talk about death.
Who said we couldn't?
Well, you looked a bit upset last time when we were all talking about death.
Really? When?
It all got a bit maudlin, didn't it?
Well,
Oh,
you
you're on
you put it out of your memory. It's that bad for you.
You're on about the light turning the corner?
Oh, fuck's sake.
No. Last week
no, last week.
we were all talking about people we'd known that had died in hospital.
Oh, right.
By not getting to hospital.
No, that was really funny. We was all laughing, and we ended up talking about a cat that died out of the gammy eye. It's not good. I enjoyed
People having a gammy eye? I don't think there's anything wrong.
Talking about death, I think Catherine should go and check on the little old lady, make sure she hasn't gone.
Yeah, just to clarify, I'm talking about the cat, like the four-legged furry thing, as opposed to cats.
I remember.
As
that
opposed
was
to cats
hilarious.
out there looking at the eye.
If anyone's got any stories about their pets dying, please do put it in the Q&A so I can read it out. That'd be awesome.
Or just show us the pet.
Oh, God.
What did?
I might have to go and dig it up first.
I know.
Be in the back garden with a couple of lolly sticks like that.
Lolly stick, I'll mind you, that's the size of a real to you.
If you want a slightly morbid bike-related pet thing, I was watching Judge Judy yesterday. One of the women on there, she was taking a taxidermy bloke to court to get her money back, because what she wanted was to have her pet dog stuffed and to be posable, so she could put it on the back of her bike and strap it down and have it doing all different poses.
That's a bit odd.
David, that's really disturbing.
I thought, you're taking him to court. There's something wrong with you.
So a bit like a little. Instead of stuffing it and making it rock solid, can you make it so it's like Stretch Armstrong, so it can like burn in different ways?
Basically, I think that's what she wanted to do, to have movable limbs so she could put it in different places.
Sorry, love, your horses is set in. Oh dear. Right. I don't know where to go from there, really.
Q&A. There's always the perfect answer. Go to the Q&A.
Yeah. Let's see if the Q&A can save us. Right, Ed Carley, let's see what he's got to say. It's always amusing. I'd love to see the vloggers track day involving everybody riding a shit 50cc maximum moped, a bit like the Wacky Races. Yeah, I think we'd all have to do that.
I'm up for that.
It's acquiring the bikes, isn't it?
I've got one for you, Mr. B. It's a mini moto. It'll suit you down to the ground. Literally, you'd be able to touch the ground.
Can you see it?
As long as I can touch the ground, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Mr. B, how tall are you?
Pardon?
How tall are you?
3'11".
Get a ruler out. He's 13 inches.
Come on. No.
Hang on,
When he's got his princess blue boots on, he's 4'2".
He uses the hat for another reason.
When I wake up in the morning, I'm 4 foot, alright? So just so you know. Well, no, I don't want to dispel me being so short. I think I'm about 5'7". Is my actual height.
Is that, what's that? Inches and sixteenths? What?
Yeah, 5 inches and
7 sixteenths.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a really good Christmas this year, being one of Santa's elves and shit.
Oh, God, yeah.
Set pride of place on top of the tree.
See,
with a princess blue boots on.
Whenever Santa,
with his furry blue boots on.
Whenever Santa can't get down the chimney because there isn't one, I go down the flue. I'm that small, you know what I mean?
Up the drain pipe.
Get down the flue like a virus.
Tell you what, be pleased when these hangout things finish, Andy. I'm sick of drinking just to make myself look hard.
In fact, you know what? I think what I'll do from now on is when everyone talks about how short I am, we'll play it as a drinking game.
You're on.
and see who gets
But
drunk first.
Andy, you're the one that
What?
brings it up all the time.
When did I bring up me being short?
Whenever we meet in person, you're like, oh, that's who's tallest. This time you didn't, though, because you remembered the Bulldog Bash.
I didn't need to, because when we got to that pub, you said, hang on, you've got a bit taller, haven't you?
Yeah, but you was stood on 2 wheels.
Oh, God.
Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A, save us.
Quick before
I've just taken the first one up there. It's probably not in the right order. After watching a few motovloggers, I've seen many filtering. Is it perfectly legal to overtake? I'll let someone else answer that first. I'll let someone else talk.
Yes.
Overtaking is different to filtering. Filtering is if you've got 2 lanes of traffic going in the same direction. Filtering is going between the cars or the outside lane and before getting to the oncoming traffic. Overtaking is actually going into the other lane and overtaking the traffic. Undertaking is not really wise because they don't expect you to be there.
It's not legal.
It's not illegal.
No, it's not illegal, but it isn't legal. If you get caught, if anything happens while you're undertaking, you will be blamed.
I would just add, it depends where you're on the undertaking thing, of course.
Yeah.
If you're in traffic on the motorway, which is 3 lanes, and quite often everyone goes for the outside lane on the motorway because they think that's the fast lane instead of the overtaking lane, which is what it technically is. Everyone gets in that, which ends up being the slowest moving lane, and anything under 70 miles an hour, which is the speed limit on our motorways in the UK, if you're in the middle lane doing 70 miles an hour and the outside lane is doing 40 miles an hour, that's not undertaking, that's going with the flow of the traffic.
That's right.
Yes.
So
But
that's
the answer to the question is yes.
I thought it was 57.
No, the answer to the question is yes. It's completely legal here.
Yeah, it depends what country that guy's living in.
It's
And
legal.
which state?
Yeah, it's legal in a few states in America. I'm not sure which.
I find it so frustrating watching American videos where they
It's
pull
just
up in a queue of traffic and they sit like, what are you doing? And they've got these lanes are at 15 feet wide, and you sat there. Go, you can get a car through there.
Yeah, just waiting to be rear-ended.
Yeah.
That's a different video, Andy.
Not allowed to talk about that.
That's you, porn, Andy.
Ah, right, yeah. I've still not signed up to sheepshaggers.com yet. I need to
Yeah,
do
mate.
It's a bit mild for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Q&A.
Yeah, Q&A quick. Oh, God. We've got death stories now. Backroad Moto. Let's have that. Let's have Backroad's death story just to brighten today. He says, death story. I was 12 when I let my dog, Oscar, out to piss in Florida. And hang on a minute. Sorry.
Yeah, the music.
We need some of that. Yeah, sorry. Let's get this going right. I was 12 when I let my dog, Oscar, out to piss in Florida. An hour later, my mum asked where the dog was. We went to search for him and encountered an alligator creeping back into the grove, with Oscar's hind leg sticking out from his jaws. Brilliant. Excellent death story there. I like that one.
I like the capital P in piss. Is that like a place in Florida? I want to live there. Where do you live? I live in piss.
I'm still trying to search for this U porn. I've just realised that Andy spelt it different. It's EWE where he spelled it.
H-O-N.
So yeah, thanks for that Backroad, mate. Great pet dead story. Just select that and deal with that. Nice one, buddy. I also liked your story about the monkey as well. That was always good. The chimpanzee. You have to, if you've not seen that one, check out Backroad Moto's channel. He's got some great stories to tell on there. So amazing bloke. Alrighty. Oh, new one in there. Lightly Up 550. He says, "Oh, is this a serious question? I think anything from a 250 to a 600 is a good starter bike. I'm really happy I started on my 550. Awesome. Is that how you got your name by chance? Excellent. And I believe that's a Honda 550 you got, isn't it, buddy? Okay, Biz is in there. Hello, Biz. He says, if I've just read Bimble's thing correctly, congratulations, you big twat. LOL. Welcome to the big boys, you big bimbly beater. Oh my god, hang on, let's find Bimble Boys. Where is it?
He's
I can't
passed
see
his
it.
test, doesn't he? He's got his test. So.
Ah, I can't see his comment. But anyway, yeah. Oh, congratulations then, Bimble Boy, if you pass your test. That's bloody awesome. Like a boss.
Well done.
Excellent. Good stuff. Okay, so who else have we got? Oh, Sticky Frol. I think this is an early message that's been there for a while. He says, hey guys, how's it going? It's going, I don't know, you tell us. And also he says, I was looking at the Ricciu RS3125, and it's an Italian designed sports bike made with Yamaha parts, and apparently its top speed is 82 miles an hour. Okay. Oh, look, it's Yamaha again.
I was told they were made in Spain. I was told by my local bike dealer them Ricciu things were made in Spain.
Yeah, it's all on the continent. What are you worried about?
Yeah, still foreign, aren't they?
Yeah.
Unlike my Yamaha.
Yeah, that's good old British Japanese, that is.
Where's your Yamaha made, Skeggy?
Liverpool.
It could be, for all I know.
Oh, fuck knows, but you can't buy parts for it here. You have to order everything in.
Oh, probably America.
They actually are made in Liverpool. It's everyone actually pronounces it wrong. It's actually an insult. It's pronounced Yamaha. That's how it's actually pronounced.
That's a really weird bike. It's learner legal, except it's got a switch that makes it not learner legal. How's that work?
Yeah, that's perfect. The restrictor will be on the
It's a single-cylinder, four-stroke, identical to the engine used in the R125, except it uses carbs. Although it's a restricted learner bike, there's a switch under the tank that flicks the bike into race mode, increasing power by 20% and torque by 25%.
Can you put a picture up, Richard?
Say again?
Can you put a picture up, mate?
I can.
You might have to have a word with the tech guys to tell him how to do it.
Yeah, technology.
There you go. There's one.
Where's the little old lady?
That's pretty much just like the RS125, isn't it?
It looks a lot like it, yeah.
Oh,
Little bike.
That sounds like the ideal 125 then, if you can switch it into full power mode.
but you. I was watching a video earlier by somebody, and Kev had commented on it and had asked him a question. He said, I have changed something on it and made it 180cc instead of 125. And I think you're just illegal. So you get pulled, you've lost your license. You hit somebody, you've lost your license, and you're going to prison because you're. I don't understand. Why would you create a learner legal bike that's illegal to ride if you flick the switch? I'm being too serious. Sorry, I'm being too serious. Boobs.
Hey.
Boobs.
It's probably
one
just
word of
taking
advice: keep the mirrors on it.
I think that's excellent, because as soon as you pass your test, what you do when you rip the L plates off, you flick the switch. Yes, go.
Yeah, but Andy, the switch is probably just the fucking choke. Like, it's restricted. But oh, look at that! It's good, Des.
Maybe the switch flicks to a different jet if it's carved.
There's actually quite a good comment about it. It says it's got the same engine as the R125, but not the same build quality. There's a load of things it tells you, but one that I quite liked. Yes, it'll do 80 miles an hour, but if you go over 60, the mirrors fold in.
Aerodynamic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes itself more aerodynamic and light the faster you go by.
Yeah, so basically it should have called it the tornado, so when you go really fast, the wings swing back.
You can even spend 450 quid and get a quick shifter on it.
Oh.
Made by the same people that make the bike, I can imagine that's going to be really good quality.
Well, it's about 25% cheaper than the Yamaha. You know, they've found that grant somewhere, haven't they?
Yeah,
£3,400.
It lasts 75% less time.
It's still a lot of money. for a 125.
It is a lot of money for a 125, yeah. It is. When you think about it, you know, you can spend $3,500 and get a bloody good 600, 700 cc. You know, obviously.
A brand resale, they go right up, isn't it?
Well, when I had the ZZR, I bought that for £1,100, and I had it 18 months and only had 18,000 on the clock. It was a great little bike.
And you got to also think, once you've fed up with it, or you've got your license, your full license, or you want a bigger bike, how much are you going to be able to sell that import bike for?
Yeah.
Nothing. If you buy a brand name, you're going to be able to sell it for so much more, but then you're paying a lot more for it. But then you don't have to spend the money on parts.
A lot of the brand names, they really do hold the value, though. I mean, like the 125 version of mine, decent nick of it, it's still... I think they're still going for about $2,000 for one in decent nick of the XVS. It's...
Oh yeah, bikes don't depreciate like cars, do they?
No.
And I think the 125s in the whole do maintain their value, apart from the Chinese ones. Because although they're cheap to initially buy, resale value on those is quite low, isn't it? I think.
I can get one down the road for £150.
There's an RS3 125, 3,400 quid new. 2014 model, 1,900. That's not holding its value very well.
No, that's not. No.
But it hasn't got very far to drop now, has it?
No.
And that's a dealer price as well.
Wow.
It's got less than 2,000 miles on it.
Must
There you
be
go.
bloody
Kev, you
wrong.
said you wanted a second bike.
Somebody took a bloody great hit on that one then, didn't they?
I'd say that's got to be rough, isn't it?
Yeah, somebody lost
Especially-
a lot of money there.
You know, like we were saying before, you know, a lot of 17, 18-year-olds, they don't have £4,000 or £3,500 lying about either. So that was probably financed as well. You know, it's
Probably didn't do the finance off.
no, they probably traded it back in, and then had to add. You know, I assume they've got a bigger bike, traded it back in, and then had to add the price onto the finance of the new bike as well.
Possibly, yeah.
And the other thing is, you got to watch out when you buy one of these. Is if you're buying it off eBay, it's not still under finance, meaning they can take it off you.
Yeah. I'm going to make a statement now, and I'm going to regret it. I know I am. But when I was 18, I had the chance to buy a house for $3,000.
A house.
A house.
I don't know what to add to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I had a chance to buy a house for $12,000 when I was about 21, 22. Didn't have the money then. Now it's worth about well, I'd say it's worth about around the region. 5 or 10 years ago, you could have sold it for 100.
There you go then.
Yeah.
So don't put your money in motorbikes, put your money into houses.
Yeah, but what fun is that going to be riding down the fucking drive?
Yeah, I got my house. What does it do? Well, it doesn't do anything.
I'm sitting on the fucking toilet seat.
It's got two toilets though.
Your house is actually going faster than your bike, you know. It's doing 100 and some odd thousand miles an hour every single 24 hours of the day.
Here comes up the brains.
If I ride in the direction of the rotation of the planet, I will go faster than the house.
You still want to go faster than the ZZR 1400. Oh!
Yeah, but you won't see it.
Cloud
Though,
on my video, that cloud was beating you by miles.
you won't see it though, because all you'll see is clouds.
Yeah, they were pretty. Come on.
Right, oh my god, the Q&A has gone absolutely bonkers. Let's see if we can get rescued. Let's see if we've got any new ones. Let's go for... Cue the Let It Go music. Maybe, I'll look for it in a minute. Sticky Throttle says, how do you pronounce that? Someone, what is that? Reju?
It was I was told it was Reju, but that don't mean a thing, does it?
Reju?
It doesn't sound English. Anyway, Rejus are designed in Italy and made in Spain with Japanese parts. Excellent.
It sounds like a fucking Pokemon, for fuck's sake.
Well, as long as it's not as a Chinese subframe, you're alright, I guess.
I've noticed a lot of them have been having fuel tank problems as well on the imports lately.
But in what way? The seam's not being sealed?
Everything. They're rusting from underneath and they're just getting pits and holes and the fuel's getting just contaminated, just rust in the tank, messing up the carbs, but the same.
They're not used to our glorious sunshine over here.
Oh yeah. It's eroding them from the underneath.
Yeah, been lacking sunshine this year, to be fair, I think. Pamrific says, live a bit, sleep in a field.
That was going back to when we was talking about camping.
Mm.
All right, yeah, sleep in a field. Yeah. It's probably better to have a tent, though, I think, to be honest.
Why aren't
But
these
yeah.
questions numbered? It'd make life a lot easier, wouldn't it?
I know, mate. I know. It just goes in some random order. One little tip though: if you are going to sleep in the field, make sure it's not a cornfield that's dry and ready to be cropped. Okay, kind of dangerous.
Or one of Suffolk Andy's custard fields either.
One of his dogging spots. What should I say?
You have sheeping spots.
You don't want a sheeping spot, mate, I'll tell you.
You don't have a nice woolly white coat for fuck's sake.
Oh dear. Right, Backroad Moto says, I was hating starting with a 250, but now I'm grateful. Hopped on my CB750 yesterday, and it was simple. If I had started on it, I would be dead now. Oh, you? Wow.
Yeah, you appreciate the vehicle and the road more when you go up it through the sizes rather than start on a big bike straight away, because it can scare you starting on a big bike straight away.
Yeah. Yeah, I progressed because I had to through, well, it was a natural progression through my bikes, and I don't know what anyone else probably interested in to talk about. Just before we do that, though, I just want to pick up one more thing because it's quite humorous, and that's from Artifacts Astro, and he says, I'm an RAF avionics engineer, and I work on the Tornadoes at Marham. I'm sure we could sort out some sort of sweeping wings for a learner bike. I'm sure you could. Excellent. Right. Oh yeah. So let's go to the panel now because I've talked far too much and I could do with the rest. So anyone else want to talk about something?
I'm missing my bike.
Oh yes.
I haven't been able to ride for the past 3 weeks. I've only managed 2 days in 3 weeks.
I washed mine today.
That sounds so depressing.
I went and looked at mine in the garage.
Have you mended your punctures yet?
No. I checked the tyres on the Harley.
They were still there.
Especially the front one.
Yeah, they were still there.
They were still there.
Awesome.
And the pressure of the tyres was at the right maximum pressure.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really exciting news.
I looked at my bike this morning when I went shopping with my mum and dad.
Yeah, well, at least your bike's at your house to look at, isn't it? For fuck's sake.
Where's your bike, Kev?
I see.
At my grand. At me. Where is it? I forgot where it is. Where is it? That's
I forgot where it is. Amnesia.
That's Jenny's mum and dad's.
I've got to tell Kevin something that I see today. I see his bike on a container at Felixstowe Docks.
Hang on.
It's in Lithuania now.
It got written in indelible ink on the tank. Bye Tib.
Oh, brilliant. Hey, good news though. Good news. Apparently, when they do get hold of it, as soon as they jump on it, they'll be riding it back to the UK.
Fucking shit, this electric is fucked.
Down through the Channel Tunnel, you know. Dangerous though. Don't try that.
Tim could always get a Grom, couldn't he?
Have you seen the size of him? He's unnecessarily tall.
I was alright on one of them. I got on one. I was alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look good, mate. Your face was a picture.
Yeah, I look really fucking good on one of them.
I'm happy.
Really
I
hot.
thought it was cram. I thought Andy was cramming for a shit when he was out on it.
Yeah. Oh, what a shitty little bike.
We made him sit on it, to be fair. Everybody else sat on it freely. Come on, Andy. Come on, get on it. I thought you sit on that little shitty thing. Come on. Just for a photo, Andy. Come on. And then he pulled a face like that.
We didn't even have to beg him. We just said, get on there. You got fucking on it.
Yeah. I had to sit on the back bloody seat of the thing.
Yeah, I did.
I thought I was on the front, but I'm on the fucking rear.
I had to use this kickstand to get on it.
And there I uncomfortable as fuck, them seats. It's like a motocross.
Yeah, I think Chaz is going to do a flipping a show bike.
I'll tell you what, Andy, I think you should do like you did on your scooter, two-wheel scooter. I think you should go for a Grom test ride.
Oh, God, everyone keeps asking for a Grom test ride.
Yeah, I think you should. Yeah, I think you should.
We should do a dual one. You should have done one at Allwell's down here. We could have gone out together.
But they wouldn't let us go out on a bike.
Oh, no, they don't have Groms either.
It can't be any worse than that
That's
three-wheel
Lings.
thing you were on.
Nothing could be as worse as that freewheeler. That was just horrendous.
And
I
that's
bet it-
why we think calm biking is so sexy. Oops, it needs to come back.
So, yep.
Yep, it's true.
But yeah, you know, if anyone wants to go out and test ride one of those bloody things, feel free.
Lings have got one, Chaz, if you want to ever go on one. I see it today. It was
The
outside.
problem is, Lings want you to fucking pay for a test ride, and it's like, fuck
What?
off.
You're joking.
Really?
They
How much
do.
is-
Oh, they want to charge like 30 or so quid, and it's like, I'm under the insurance, so if anything happens, it's going to come off my insurance anyway. It's like, that's why I don't deal with Lings. That, and they got too many Hondas, and I just can't handle it.
If someone charged me money for a test ride, I'd flip in, put an elastic panel on the throttle, get off it, and let it go.
Oh, that was good. Look, yeah. It's going quite well. Oh, there's a wall. Fuck.
Oh dear. Luckily I wasn't in it at the time.
No, it hit a pothole and it's gone. Where's it gone?
Your missus don't look too happy.
Whinging. She lost my keys.
He's on the phone. He's on that fucking YouTube again.
Fucking won't shut up.
The fucking YouTube. He's always talking about fucking bikes. Pay me no attention.
First time he's been on in a year.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's already had enough of it.
Last time for another year.
Yeah.
So I've just been looking for something. I think I found it now.
Oh, no!
Fuck
Really?
you. I'm gonna get checked out.
Let it go, let it go.
Chaz, you beat me to it, mate. I was trying to make myself. Oh dear. Anyway.
We should do that video with you on that thing and play that music just as you fall in slow motion. Like,
Oh yeah, where the bike falls over.
I'm still on that phone.
I thought that was hilarious when you added that bit where your bike fell over several times on the end of one of your videos. Mr.
Oh,
D.
on the what's your audience thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
he cries every time.
Mm. Yeah, it wasn't the best day. Oh, actually, Tiff looks quite good on that Grom, doesn't she?
She's about the only one that was smiling.
Wind.
Wind.
He's like, I'm forcing a smile.
Yeah, I think that Grom's quite a nice looking bike actually.
What?
It's quite nice looking. For what it
Hang on a
is.
minute. Hang on a minute. Got some music for you. Seriously?
Oh, dear.
Do you think it's good looking?
For what it is, I thought well, it doesn't look too bad.
I've seen that
Many
worse.
bikes before.
I'm not a big fan of the headlight and the suspension and the
I think
stick.
Kind of
We did
birds on
actually,
bikes.
did actually find a bike that Mr. B fit. He actually looks a little bit big for it, actually.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. I remember that. There it is. There, look. Oh, and I've got my princess boots on. Lovely.
It was the biggest bag of shit I've ever seen. That.
It is a rust hole, isn't it?
It was like, I mean, what them indicators weren't off that; they were just bodged on with steel brackets. What?
I know. And the
Sorry.
thing that says it folds into a bag and the bag's included, yeah, because you put it in the bag and never take it out again.
Because it's a bag of shit.
No, it's a bag of rust.
The front tyre showed how often it had been ridden. I've never seen a perished tyre so bad. Well, I have on my wheelbarrow.
To be honest, it looked like
I'm
it
still
had been ridden in America.
I hate to see it go down the bloody drag strip though.
Completely square. Oh yeah, that would be hilarious to take it down the drag strip.
It's
I
like
wonder if
20 minutes. He's still not reached the end.
I wonder if it would do the whole strip, to be honest.
You'd have boosters going past it going, fucking hurry up!
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, Tiff, I've put this up just for you.
Fucking walrus.
Oh, look, Tiff, look. There you are. You're loving that Grom. You're rocking it, aren't you? So
I never posted it.
on topic. Biz is in there. Good question.
Biz in the house.
I don't know. Yeah, Biz is awesome, by the way. Subscribe. Anyway, he says, who or what was the Grom built and aimed at? I have no friggin' idea. Over to the panel.
Mr. B.
Hey?
Modern day
I made it just for you, Mr. B.
Yeah.
Modern day yuppies in London and places in like large cities. That's what I think they're aimed at.
Designed for tossers, that was it.
They thought, right, so many cunts. Sorry for the C word. So many cunts ride C90s now. We've got to make something else for them to ride to spend their money on.
C90 is fashionable now, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah, but all the dickheads ride them. They put pit bike engines, and they're like, "Yeah, look at me. Eyes on the rear bumper. It's wearing down, but it's mostly made of rust, isn't it?"
Get me, bro.
I just want to knock them out and go, "It was pristine. I would have bought that for a winter bike, but you ruined it."
The look Tiff just gave you then when you were doing that was priceless.
Arsehole. Yeah.
Anyway, got a new camera if anyone's interested. Bought this one. Been looking for the perfect drift replacement because the GoPros are pissing me off, so I bought the Sony one.
Yeah, Mrs. B's got one of those.
I tell you what, shooting in 4K, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You can zoom in pretty much 4 times on the video if you need to get.
If your memory card's big enough.
See,
tell me about
it's the profile on the helmet that's important. I don't want one that's because it sticks out quite far, doesn't it? Even with the mount.
No, I've got the mount. There you go. So that's how much it sticks out. So it sticks out. It's probably about a centimetre more than the drift. The thing was, I used to love that drift, but it just pissed me off. It was crashing all the time, and then I lost it. Came off the bike and lost it. So I went to GoPro instead, and they're just crap for plugging in a mic. So
it's about 3/4 of an inch more than a drift.
Yeah, it's about a centimetre, maybe a little bit less than that when you have it on the side of the helmet. So
7/8.
David needs it old.
I don't know. About that big. Look.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Can you get 2.54 centimetres and take 1/4 of an inch off it, and he'll be happy.
Killed Andy.
It looks quite neat, to be fair.
Yeah, but why white?
It looks alright on my helmet because my helmet's white. But if this was on the other helmet, it would be, hey, look at me, I'm a tosser, I've got a white camera and I've got Sony. But apart from that, it looks alright on a white helmet.
Yeah, but you could always just use a bit of tape and spray it a different colour.
Or just buy a drink.
You see the price of them? You can spray it.
Here comes fucking stingy ass.
Oh.
£30? What?
Invalidate your warranty.
Did they not have a black version?
No.
No. I reckon it's good though for track days. I put a little thing up on my channel to see what it's like. It's got like a GPS overlay feature with your speed and average checks and load of bollocks that you'd never use on the street.
But you can't put it on your crash helmet for a track day.
Well, yeah, you can put it on your bike though, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah, put it on your bike, but not your helmet.
And just hide it under your seat and use the GPS.
Yeah, no, it's alright. The GPS thing's alright. It's just.
Do you get lost on a track day?
I do.
Yeah, I get lost everywhere.
I think the little old lady would.
He's trying, isn't he?
Mm.
Well, she's in bed, so it doesn't matter.
Are you trying to get in her knickers?
No.
Hey, not like you.
Just checking.
Bit of jealousy there, eh?
I don't know. To be fair, it was Andy that went round and saw her guns and then went into her outfit. You know?
I saw her woman cave as well.
Oh dear.
It's not a woman cave, it's a lady hole.
Oh no! Oh, I can't believe we're still live. We're still live.
I'm not sure where we are.
Q&A, quick!
Yes.
Hangouts are now suspended until further notice.
Hey, Gav's here. He spoke.
Hello. The wolves are being very quiet.
Yeah.
Q&A. Oh, look, yeah, let's use this one. Back row moto, great diversion. Does anyone else miss Bobby like I do? Yes, we all miss Bobby.
Yes, we all do.
He's awesome. And we do miss him. And if you're watching, Bobby, I hope you get back soon, buddy. Looking forward to your Tuesday night hangouts as well. Because I don't know what it is with hangouts, but I don't know, you guys, you know, when it comes to say, oh, I can't wait for the hangout, just go and have a chat and a laugh. It's like being down the pub, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was down the pub last Sunday.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
We're missing our sexual chocolate.
Yeah, so yeah, good comment, Backroad. Yeah, Bobby's awesome, and hopefully he gets back soon on the hangouts. That'd be awesome. Phew, and thank you for that question. It saved us from an awkward conversation. So let's go to Biz, and he says, I mean, what demographic? I don't get it all. Like super motard that shrunk in the wash. So obviously he's referring to the Grom there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we ever got the answer to who that's aimed at. Anyone here attracted by the Grom?
Fair, yes.
I would have one to fuck about on, and that's, but probably within a week it'd be going across the field. So
Exactly.
you may as well just get a mini dirt bike, can't you?
Yeah.
In a week it'd be going across the field, and you might be lucky that you'd be riding it as well.
It's good to stick in your boot in case you break down or run out of petrol, I suppose.
Yeah, put it in the back of your car.
I've seen a few.
Or on the back of the bike.
In your knapsack.
Oh. in your woman hole cave thing.
Your lady hole.
Yeah, put it in your kangaroo nutsack, Skiggy.
Very dirty,
awesome.
as well, isn't it?
It's what? Sorry, Kat. Sorry, you had something to say there?
It's very dirty hole as well, isn't it?
Oh God, oh my God, seriously?
Q&A.
Right.
More importantly, Biz, when are you getting on a hangout?
Pardon?
That's what we should ask him.
Biz, yeah. Biz, you bent-nosed bastard, when you getting in and out?
Exactly.
I
And so you
wouldn't put it
don't have to
like
hide your
that,
nose now. You don't have to hide your nose. There's no excuse. Get on one of these hangouts, Biz. For God's sake, otherwise there'll be trouble.
Yeah.
Says the half-white man.
By order of the management.
Just half, really. Okay. Oh, there we go. Artifacts Astra's got the answer. The Grom was designed for midget hooligans. I'm not quite sure about that one. See where you go with that.
I think they underestimated how many midgets were hooligans out there.
Yeah. That's all RJ. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows anything about RJ except that he's loaded.
Yeah.
No, there's a couple of videos of him where you can actually see his face in one of them. I'll find it out.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
Right.
you can see his face. He's talking. Someone meets up with him, and he just turns around for a split second. You press pause, see his face. I was pressing pause. I was interested. I pressed pause, and I was like, I missed it. Shit, it's blurred. So I went back a bit, pressed pause. So that's what he looks like.
And then I bet afterwards you went, oh, it's just like everybody else, really.
I was like, he's old.
I don't want to dwell on it, but did you fancy him?
He wasn't a bad effort.
Remember first time?
If you're watching, you're not a bad effort.
Yeah. First time we met Apple One Crumble before it changed to just Crumble. It was like everybody walked away going, "He's got a ginger tash."
Oh dear. That's just like everyone at Skate when they go meet, they say, "He looks like a walrus. He looks like a walrus." Right, hang on. We've got a good comment in the Q&A, which allows me to use this music, and it's from Bimbleboy Blue, and he says, "I used to have a blind pet pygmy called Patches. One day, I came home to find him dressed in waffle trousers, Parker coat, and Fred Perry shirt. Turns out, he was a mod too." I was hoping he was going to die at the end of that, but he didn't. So. Never mind. Maybe his trousers get caught in the chain in a minute, and then he'll die horribly. Excellent. Clash! Oh my word, Clash!
Clash! It's a miracle. Oh, sorry.
Woohoo, Clash!
Legend Clash. Is that? What's that there, Skeggy?
I ain't heard from him.
Ah, is that a sticker?
Clash 2 season.
There you go. Check that out, Clash. We've got a fan right there, Skeggy, and I haven't got one of your stickers. So you better send me one. And now I'm going to bring out your comment. And he says, does anyone miss Clash 230? Ah, well, I think you've just had your answer, buddy. Yes, we do. Excellent. Good to see you watching as well. That's pretty awesome. Right, and Batmode Moto says, I use the same Sony, has the same profile as the Senna. So which is better? We'll find out next week.
I suppose it's better by having that sticking out like that.
No, that's wrong.
It's better than on top here, Ed.
I tell you what, all of those sideband scaffold things, it's just like, no, he just like a dick.
Quite big, sitting on a scooter with a fucking GoPro sitting on top of my head.
All right. Hi,
Andy,
Jim Payne, if you're watching.
Andy, you're going to have to get some Teletubby music for next week.
I think it's more better. I give it a right good look.
Oh, hang on. Look, I've got the technology here. Hang on. You want Teletubbies? Let me see.
No, I don't want. No.
You go on about side-mounted scaffold things. He always reminds me of your entry to my competition.
That's not Teletubbies. Oh, okay. I'll work on it.
You're on the right spot. It's not xxxvids.com.
I thought that was Teletubbies done read by Rammstein or something.
Hang on. Hang on, I need to fast forward it though, because that's shit that's there. Hang on. Hang on, it's a remix version. Ready?
There's something wrong with a grown, well, a half-grown man anyway.
Yeah, Music Unlimited. If anyone wants that remix, just send me a little email and I can send that across to you right now. Oh dear. Right. So yeah, Sony. Yeah, Teletubby mounts, no. Side mounts, no. I like the low-profile stuff. I like the drift.
What about your Mega Boom? Would that be any good?
Mega Boom. Yeah. If you haven't seen that video, go and watch that Mega Boom thing. It's in the fun video selection thingy group. But yeah. Don't wear that in high winds.
Or low bridges.
Or low bridges, or near power lines.
Guys, I'm gonna make a move. It's bedtime for me, so I shall see you all soon.
Okay, mate. I'll just give you an outro. Hang on, just fast forward a bit. God, shit intro. Good night, Kev.
Thanks. See you, fellas.
Good night,
Ladies. Bye.
Good night, time to tell you what it is.
Bye bye.
God, that's awful. I'm not playing that ever again. Right. Okay. So where the hell do we go from that? Let's go back to Clash. Actually, let's go back to Clash. And he's come back and he says, "Real question mark? Is there a way to use a Senna with a drift camera? Can you run the audio?
No, you can only do it with a GoPro.
Right.
So
so they're like in cahoots kind of thing.
Yeah, the GoPro's got a little battery pack. It's about half the width of the GoPro. It goes on the back, and then they Bluetooth together, so you don't have to have any wires. It uses whatever headset and sends the audio to the GoPro. I think you could do it with a drift camera if you had like a Bluetooth unit coming off the back, but you may as well just have a mic wide in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think drift do it better than anyone else as far as a mic goes. I've used most things out there, and none of them work as well as a drift goes with auto volume and everything else.
Oh my god! Sorry, I just looked at another comment, and I think it's Bex on another different thing, but I think it's still Bex. And she says, "I reckon Happy Tree Friends would be right up Mr. B's street." Now, I don't know what that is, but I do have the music for it.
Yeah.
So,
try that.
what's this?
It just sounds like Mr. B after a few pints.
Seriously?
Yep. Definitely.
Oh
my good God, yeah.
You remember
okay,
that?
I don't know what that is, but it's on my computer.
Me and Skeggy know we were listening to you.
some of the little sketches are really hilarious considering of what they are.
You'd
I
like
guess it's a cartoon.
I think it was an MTV thing.
Oh, hang on a minute. Is this the one where all the creatures die horribly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember it now.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes, Bex. I love
Brilliant.
that stuff.
Brilliant.
I remember the one where the eyeball come out and he was like swinging around a tree and everything
Yeah.
else. It would be awesome, yeah.
Yep.
And that's it, there. Brilliant, okay. Right, okay.
That's
Move on.
possible for half the audience.
Excellent. Okay. So how do we go from that?
Well, she's just come back with, yeah, it logged me out and I'm back in again in the wrong account.
Oh yeah, excellent. That's where he picked up the beat. Hang on. Right. Jesus Christ.
Fill your pain backs.
Right. So, is anyone? We've not got much time left. Is anyone else want to talk about anything before we go off air? Because and rescue this whole hangout. Okay then. What are you there? Sorry about the hangout tonight.
Everyone's like, keep as quiet as fucking possible. Don't destroy the
Yeah. I do need that grasshopper music on standby, I think.
I just thought if I didn't move, you wouldn't notice me.
No. Oh, so hi, Skeggy. Welcome to the hangout.
The only thing I've got to say is nobody noticed when Calm logged out and back in again.
I did.
I did.
I did. I made a note. I wrote it down and everything.
I missed him.
Sorry, Skeggy, carry on.
Yeah, I did. I really. It was gone for about 4 minutes, 23 seconds, and I really missed him. You know?
Yeah, we miss Carl.
He's like a neighbour to me. There's only a bit of water between us.
I find, Skeggy, that I miss him every day.
Oh, yeah.
I
Every
thought
day.
about him when I walked past him.
Need to be a better shot then.
I find myself walking along the beach just thinking about him.
I think it's the way his little grey tuft comes out of his beard.
Oh, yeah. I went up here.
When I was shopping in Asda, looking at the bog roll, I was thinking about
I do it a lot current.
Yeah.
I was thinking, would Calm prefer the super velvet soft ones or the cheap Asda's own brand?
Hazel. Nothing else will do.
I actually took magic mushrooms the other day just to get him out of my mind.
Oh, yeah.
Bet it made it worse, Andy. I bet
It made it worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
We
like
all miss Carl.
cancer never going away.
I feel like I might be on magic mushrooms right now. Something is happening, but I'm not sure what.
That's not magic mushroom, mate.
I do feel touched.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably are.
Yeah, is that in a good way or a bad way?
Touched, tapped.
Is it roll
Something.
Paris sort of way?
Oh, dear.
Are you still wanting a ticket to Switzerland?
Only one way. Only one way.
That's strange, isn't it?
I'm gonna do a GoFundMe. I don't think this one's gonna take long.
Go thumb you. Why would anybody want to thumb you?
Pleasurable.
Fingerings out these days, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
what?
knock it till you've tried it, Dave.
You might like it, Dave.
Mr. B's completely lost control.
Oh,
Just looking at Dave's face. I think he's trying it right now.
Two little boys had two little toys. Each had a daily they played
with me until I got arrested. Right, anyway.
You and I.
Yeah, I actually did that. Right, okay. I'm just going to go to the Q&A because Feral Scotland says, yeah, get Biz on the panel. There it is. It's out there. We need Biz on the panel. Biz, if you're watching. Oh, he is. He is watching. Yeah. And Biz responds with, Feral, yeah, shit house. LOL. That still means you need to get on, Biz. That's it. That's the challenge for tonight.
I'll give up my place, please. I'll give up my place.
No, you can't. You
Hang on,
can't.
say that again, Richard.
You can't. We'll miss you too much.
We miss you, Carl.
Yeah.
You can't go, Richard.
Like a bad sniper.
I'm still waiting for the drawer app to open.
The what app? Oh no!
Well, Keith ain't here.
Yeah, what's happened to
Oh,
Keith?
yeah, where's Keith? Where's happened to Keith? Hang on a minute, I've just got some news.
Fallen in the lady hole.
Probably.
Oh, possibly. Oh, Rich has got his drawer out going, which is probably a good time to finish the hangout. Right, let's quickly go through the panel actually and get everyone saying goodbye. Sorry, Backroad, you've got a couple of things up there. Let me just quickly attack those, just get them cleared down because I'm a bit OCD on that. Grom was released for the teen and female category to increase the sales of both groups. Honda tried it in 1985 with great success, so they are giving it another go. There you go. So that's the whole reason why the Groms are around right now. It's funny why really old people are riding around trying to wheel them and then coming off and getting road rash, isn't it? It's strange that. Also, Backroad Moto says, if anyone has GoPro battery problems, visit en187.com. He's invented a batteryless eliminator for endless filming. Yeah, which basically involves putting a battery pack, which is one of these things right here, and then plugging it directly into your power port, which means you can film forever. And I've done something similar as well.
Which, if you had a GoPro, one of the older versions, you could just plug it straight into a USB outlet on your bike, and you could be doing that forever as well.
You can do that on all of them now still.
Yeah, I know. It's just, you know, it's not out there, but, you know, it's not common knowledge, but I guess. But
You look like some sort of fucking Terminator with wires coming out your fucking helmet into your backpack.
Yeah, I know. Look a bit of a numpty, but anyway. Oh my god, it's started.
Really?
What?
Skeggy's got a couple of watts.
Hold on a minute, you're not blaming me for that. I ain't done that.
I bet I can't end this hangout before someone draws a penis. But anyway, let's give it a go anyway. So, would everyone like to say goodbye to the audience?
Goodbye, audience.
Goodbye,
audience.
Bye, audience. Awesome.
Bye,
And
audience.
thank you all for your questions and your comments and interactions.
Bye,
Been awesome.
audience.
Thanks for watching us, reprobates.
Bye, audience.
And a
Don't worry,
huge
I'll be back to my
Alright.
usual unhealthy self next week and be saying hello to everybody at this time.
Fantastic, and a big thanks to all the panel that came along tonight to interact. And what a shame that the little old lady had to leave us earlier than planned. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, thank you all, love you lots, and check out next week for the next hangout, and hopefully we will know who's going to be doing that soon after this finishes. Good night, and don't forget to ride safe, ride invisible.
Ride invisible and naked.
Exactly.